One of the first things as officers that we respond to are calls for service, and oftentimes we discover that a crime's occurred. If a crime's been occurred and we have what we call probable cause for an arrest, we make the arrest. Now if we discover the person has a mental illness, we can provide them access to the resources to help address some of those needs inside the facility. We run right about 275 inmates are diagnosed or recognized as having some sort of mental illness or severe emotional disturbance in the facility itself, which is roughly about 18% of our population. Some of the things that we always look for as officers, we're always trained to recognize threats as they present themselves. So any kind of behavior that might be considered dangerous. If someone's talking really loud, if someone's talking very aggressively, using words, making threatening statements, or if they're moving their limbs or arms very fast, or if they're specifically not addressing an officer's directions. Those all might be things that an officer might construe as something that has created a dangerous situation that they immediately have to gain control of. So it's going to be, again, those fast, loud movements are the things we're watching for because those may be perceived as threats. Our jail specifically has a medical provider that also has a mental health facet. On the other side of that, we also have officers who are specifically trained in crisis intervention techniques and training.
My life before Breakthrough was living out on the streets, and I was into a lot of drugs. I ran away from home. I would take rides from other people that I didn't know to gain friends, more or less running, and I didn't know where I was going or what I was running from, because I feel like if I have something to do, you know, and someone to talk to, that there's someone there that day that I can talk to instead of running, because I could not face my fears, you know.
Well, I came to Breakthrough when I was 19, and I basically was going to ComCare and doing their system, and I heard about Breakthrough and how it was a clubhouse for members, and would come in and I'd be able to work on education and things. I liked it because it said breakthrough, which was like breakthrough mental illness, you know, like you can get a breakthrough. So that's the reason I started coming. It gives me a place to go during the day, so I'm not at home all depressed, laying on the couch and stuff. And I get up and I feel like I'm a part of something every day. Yeah, I wanted to get a high school diploma instead of a GED so I could get a grant to go to college. You know, it makes me feel a part of something. You know, I've met a lot of people. A lot of my friends are from Breakthrough.
I've been a member of Breakthrough for about 4 years. I pretty much helped Sean out in the kitchen, cooking and serving lunch. My life before Breakthrough was kind of pretty much a little down, you know. I needed someone to talk to. I lived alone and I was, you know, kind of lonely. And so I wanted to kind of like get involved with people that was having the same problem that I was having, so to get out of the house.
I grew up in a military family. I've had issues since I was a child. You know, I've been seeing psychiatrists and whatnot. Moved to Wichita in '94. Found out about Breakthrough in 2007. Became a member. I like the support, the people there, and I've been a member ever since. There was nowhere for me to go. The people understand where I was coming from, and I was just considered to have a behavioral problem. And once I found Breakthrough, you know, those issues, you know, were solved. You know, it's a great support system. The biggest struggle for me maintaining this employment is just the emotional stresses that I encounter, not being able to handle them the correct way, and just blowing up internally, not out at anyone, and just quitting, giving up. It's a positive feeling. I'm back in the workforce. It's been a benefit. I'm earning some income, staying busy basically.
Well, I feel great about giving people the opportunity to come in and work for us and show us what they can do and see them grow. Dana's got a lot of potential. You know, I understand he's worked through some problems, but I see a lot of potential in Dana in being successful. Just getting hold of those few things that he's struggling with, I think he'll do great wherever he goes. Yeah, over the years working with Breakthrough, we've had quite a few people that have stayed on after transitional. We've extended some transitional jobs. We've actually added on an extra transitional job, so we're now doing 2 instead of 1 that we were doing in the past. So we've got somebody in here 7 days a week from Breakthrough.
My goal is after Carrabba is to continue working, you know, whether for this company or another company.
Breakthrough, may I help you?
I answer the phones here at Breakthrough and I like it a lot. I mostly like that job because I come in here every day and that's what I look forward to, doing the phones.
My life has changed in the fact that I feel part of something and happy. It gives me something to look forward to during the week. I've learned how to make a commitment and kind of stick to commitments. It's always been pretty hard for me to commit to anything. My life without Breakthrough would have been pretty terrible. I don't like to be stuck at home. And when I come here, I just am able to relax and blend in, you know, instead of being at home depressed on the couch.
I learned, you know, a lot really from Breakthrough. I learned how to communicate with different people, you know. So now that I have them, you know, I'm happy, you know, because I feel love when I walk in the door and I feel support.
It feels good because, you know, I feel, like I said, I haven't given up, you know, to try to be a part of society, you know, be an honest taxpayer, you know, because I do reap the benefits of where a lot of our tax money goes. It's a good feeling.
And sometimes people get caught up in the corporate world and don't find time for others. Our philosophy here is that we're all a family. When we welcome our customers in, they're part of our family. When we have our employees come in, we're all part of a family. It's got to have a family feel. If not, it's not going to succeed. Giving back to your neighborhood is part of what any corporate entity should do.
The most important thing I learned here at Breakthrough is the right kind of friends to be around, and to know that that you are loved. And here I'm loved. Because out there I wasn't. I wasn't nothing out there. And I feel that this place has gave me a place, you know, to go to when I'm depressed and when I'm down. And they bring a lot of joy in my life and happiness to where I don't feel like, you know, I have to go out and do the drugs and do, you know, everything. You have somebody to talk to instead of running.